Hey, everybody. Pastor Vern with your daily update for October 15th, 2020. It's a Thursday. As we continue on looking at the Ten Commandments and getting maybe some insight on those. This one is a little bit difficult too because it's also misinterpreted a lot. It's honor your father and your mother. People will kind of misuse that sometimes, like they misuse a lot of the things in the scriptures. um, it's not about a blatant following of your mother and father's wishes. It's not about always if dad says jump, you say how high. It's more complicated than that. Now we need to honor our elders, our parents especially, that if they are honorable about raising us, honorable about being our parents. But we get to a point in our lives sometimes where we need to take on different roles, and we need to allow our children's judgment, even if it's against our best ideas or our best wishes, to allow them to do the things that they need to do in order to grow themselves. And so we can't, it's not about mother and father dictating their children's lives to them. What it's about is about making sure that we have an honorable relationship with our parents in respect of that for them bringing us forth in life. We make sure that their lives are taken care of also. Part of this came from a tradition of the Hebrew people who were very respectful of their elders and had found great comfort and great knowledge in their experience, uh, and wanted to honor them in a significant way. Well, the way you honor them, your mother and your father, is you make sure that, especially if they are in some declining years, that you make sure they are properly cared for, they are properly provided for, and that they are loved. All right. That's really what this is about. It's about that respect that you should have for people who have made an effort to raise you. I know not every parent, not every uh, has a stellar record in raising their children. In fact, sometimes we hear some awful things that happen that parents do. That's different than what we're talking about here now. What we're talking about here now is the people who honorably try to raise their children in a manner to bring them forth to be good adults, to be people who are faithful, productive, and have the opportunity to be uh, a, a strong member of society. That if we make those efforts as parents, the children need to make their efforts to respect our the knowledge that we have, to take it and utilize it to the best they can, even if they reject it. Also, it has to do with making sure that our parents are always cared for in a honorable and a uh, reasonable and a loving manner. That's what we really boil down to there. It's I think our society recently has struggled a lot with what to do with those members of our society who have gotten older and dependent. Um, Many have expressed ideas that if you get past the point where you are, in their minds, productive, uh, why do we continue to use resources to maintain them? I reject that out of hand. I think that it is within God's will that everyone is treated with the greatest of respect and dignity to the best of the ability to those around us. I was blessed to have parents that lived to be quite old. Um, and that was a special blessing for me, being that my parents were a little older when they had their children, and so I didn't expect, quite frankly, to have them around as long as I did. And it was a blessing. Uh, so let's keep that in as we think about this honoring our mother and our father, that we are blessed to have them in our lives. We are blessed for the efforts that they've made to raise us, even through some of the mistakes and even through some of the difficult things, if they've done it in an honorable manner and tried to do it while fearing and respecting God. All right. Well, you guys all take good care of yourselves, watch out for others, and be safe.